Good morning and welcome to Better Thyself segment of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. You must be thinking that today I'm going to talk about no harm in forgetting. How's that possible? How is forgetting and going to help you become a better person? How does it enable you to become more productive, more useful, and less stressful? People I've seen are very defensive and apologetic when they forget something. You go to a party, you meet somebody, you don't recognize a person, you don't remember the name of the person, and it's presumed that you are not a social animal, that you don't have the capability to understand the social norms. You have forgotten the name, as if the heavens are going to fall. But then there's nothing to feel defensive or apologetic about forgetting. And forgetting is not such a bad thing at all. In fact, it is nature's remedy to keep you in proper shape. It is a cleansing effect of forgetting that enables you to be a better human being, more productive, and as I said earlier, less stressed. Amazed? Don't be. In Chinese mythology, there's a goddess, the goddess who is worshipped, and the goddess name is Mengpo. Mengpo is a goddess of forgetfulness, and all along, majority of the people in the world have been encouraged to cultivate a strong memory. That we need to remember events and incidents, whether they're good or they're bad, to remember all that we have learned over the years. For more knowledgeable or even better people, it seems that the good memory is a boon. It is to some extent. So the question arises, if real good memory is such a big boon, why did this ancient civilization create a goddess for forgetfulness? Of all things, they dedicate a god for forgetfulness. As a matter of fact, Mengpo serves soup to the dead who cross the river of unmindfulness on the bridge of forgetfulness. When you die, according to the Chinese thought, you cross a river of mindfulness, unmindfulness. And then, it's exactly like the Indian thought that you cross the Bhavsagar. And here, when you're crossing the river, there's a bridge of forgetfulness. When you're going to step on the bridge, Mengpo or her devotees, they come and serve soup to you. And the moment you drink soup, it wipes your memory clean. All memory is gone. So that you can enter the next life on a clean slate, free from all baggage of the previous birth. It's just like wiping your hard disk of your computer, clean, ready to work again, rebooted, and ready to accept new data. So, how does she do it? Mango brews 5 herbs that create amnesia, forgetfulness. And this soup is called the waters of oblivion. And that's a drink, according to Chinese, you must drink before entering the next life. No, you would be thinking, well, Chinese are doing it. That doesn't mean it's universal. Look at the Greek mythology. They have a similar story. One of the rivers running through the underwater on the way to Hades. The other word is Lethe. And if you remember the poem of Shelley, he from the Lucky had drunk. Drinking this water from Lucky removes all old memories so that life can start fresh. Even Virgil in his epic Aeneid wrote, the souls that throng the flood are those to whom, by fate, our other bodies owed. In Lethe's lake, they long oblivion taste, our future life secure, forgetful for the past. Our future life secure, that is the important thing. There's another Greek myth, chair of forgetfulness, on which sat Theseus, who could remember nothing. The moment you sit in a chair, you forget everything. And you could not even understand, comprehend how to get up from the chair. So when Theseus was sitting on the chair and he forgot everything, he was helped to get out of the chair by Hercules. In India, I have talked already. When you are dying, you cross the Bhav Sagar. Of course, the Indian difference is there that your karmas travel with you. But then looking at the overall majority of the people are the traditional thinking that forgetfulness is better. Let's be clear that why are we talking about forgetting, about amnesia, when we are taught to stress or remembering? There's a comment by Mr. Singh Jaspal. Is forgetting a natural phenomenon with advancing age? Well, it is said so, but I don't agree with that. People are always saying he's getting old, so he's forgetting. No. What really happens is that as you get older, you drop those memories which are not relevant. You know, someone outside the person might think that those memories are relevant, that they are important, but in reality, to that person who was forgetting them, the mind and the brain function in a manner that they always are in this process of distillation. Keep the proper memories, forget the useless ones, which are just unnecessary. But it's just like, again, I would say, cleaning your hard disk. When you clean your browser, you wipe out the cookies. Many cookies are good, which you retain. Some cookies are useless, you throw them out. Similarly, temporary files are thrown out. So forgetting is a process of cleaning the hard disk of your brain. Basically that. So I don't think age has nothing to do with it. And when people say that one is forgetting because of advanced age, they are misinterpreting it. However, there is some truth because some brain cells, some neurons are not that active. But then that is a very partial assessment. Age has a very minor role to play. The main is your defense mechanism, defense against overcrowding, overburdening the hard disk of your brain. Now, coming back to where I was, that we are told to have a good memory, to forget. The children go to a school and start remembering by rote. Muslims, you have seen how they, when they pray or when they learn how they bend forward and backward, that's a process of intake, and so that you don't forget. And then, we are reared up, we are brought up in an atmosphere of fear. The fear is lest we should forget, as if heavens would fall. If I meet a friend after 20 years, I might have an hazy idea, but would I still be guilty of stupidity if I don't remember that? No, because that is what is going to happen. That man is no longer relevant. So I've forgotten it. Of course, the person might feel bad. You know, Let's not forget, if your computer's hard drive gets choked up with stuff, what would happen? It would crash. Same is about with the human brain and human mind. Human brain is capable of storing billions of facts, undeniably. But do you use your hard disk to the maximum capacity? If it's 1 gigabyte or 1 terabyte, would you use all the 1 terabyte? No. You'll still keep on defragmenting it and optimizing it. Human mind needs space. And if it's not given the space, it would crash. This space makes elbow room that we are not crowded with memories and thoughts at all times. Only when we create some space, there's opportunity to grow. You cannot grow in the shadow of the old memories. So you have got to grow, you have got to thrive, you have got to prosper and find some sort of happiness. Suppose you lose a relation or a friend and you still keep on remembering. Would you be able to come out of the morass? That's why they say you don't die with the right people. That's only one thing. It happens everywhere. As a matter of fact, that's why we say don't think of the past. When you don't think of the past, that means you're forgetting the past. Because you have got to live in the present moment. Live in the present, savor it, enjoy the experience of the present because we are here for the moment. This moment is much more important than what the past was, and future is never definite. Only the present is definite. Let the past bury its dead. So is with the human experience. What I did yesterday is no relevant today. Then how is it relevant that what I might have done 60, 70 years back? You can effectively experience the present only when you give a push to the past and hold the future from intruding in your thoughts. Well, the future is where it belongs. Otherwise, again, your mind will get crowded with the past memories and concerns about the future, giving no room to you to enjoy the present. Memories of past restrict the access to your mind. You've got to realize yourself, self-awareness. Another thing, the bad memories especially are bad. They take away your self-esteem and self-respect. So why have them? What we need is basically, and I'm amazed that the, only the psychiatrists and the psychologists tell you, but ordinary parents don't do that. Voluntary amnesia is required. Voluntary amnesia would help you resolve conflicts, repair relationships, inspire innovation and creativity. Isn't that comment by Jagjit Kaur? Forgetting is hard for some. Well, if forgetting is hard for them, then they've got to learn the art of forgetting. I agree. It's just like that. You may not be an expert in cleaning defragmenting the hard disk. So you ask somebody who knows about it. Forgetting is always desirable so that you are not stressed. If you keep on remembering irrelevant things, not only your mind and your psyche and your brain overcrowded, but still was it, it keeps you, especially if they're bad memories, it keeps you depressed. So you have got to forget. And what I say normally is, people normally say is to forgive and forget. I say no, don't forgive, but forget. Because forgetting also involves the process of forgiving. And it has to be a deliberate decision. If you don't forget normally, try to forget it. There are ways of doing it. When you think of that, say, wow, how stupid it was, period. And then move on. Now, coming back to the voluntary amnesia, there's a tuber in the jungles of Chhattisgarh in India. Chhattisgarh is a province. And I happened to visit that place, and somebody told me to eat it. I said, no, I don't eat things like that. Now, this is called the amnesia tuber. The moment you eat it, you forget things temporarily. So what happens is when you're traveling in this jungle, if you step on this tuber, even not only eat it, but step on it, you'll forget everything. You would see only foliage, you will see the trees, but you will forget from where you came, where you're going. And even the path that you're traveling or walking on, you'll forget. And you'll go around gently in circles, completely oblivious of the reality, of the circumstance, of yourself, until a passerby discovers you and touches you. And the moment somebody touches you, it breaks the reverie. You come out of that. You were as if in a state of trance. This amnesia tuber is in nature's way. Those aboriginals, those natives, those tribals living in Chhattisgarh, they're such a hard, tough life that nature provides them this tuber. You cross it, forget about it, and go on. So, and then another thing, if you're not forgetting, that means you are feeling stressed all the time. Get out of that. Get out of the old memories. They are junk. They'll make you crash physically, mentally, ethically. And then how can you be a better person, a better human being, if, and let me tell you, the good memories, remember, to forget is not a bad thing at all. Rather, it is like the amnesia tuber enables you to junk the old memories and start life afresh every time. Think about it, try it, and don't regret forgetting. Thank you.